wait to blame this guy for whatever goes wrong in this next game. People I blame. Not in any particular order. The other person on my team and the other person on my team. Those are some words to live by, folks. That's you heard it from the horse's mouth. It's your boy Turnip, back at you again with another Halo Wars commentary video. This time going over a game that we streamed a few months back. It's myself, the almighty ogre.
Did someone call for down the zombie?
Some dude named Shorzy against the evil Mr. Pig, the righteous Mountain Drew, and Prophet of 45. And we're going to be running Anders RB Brute versus Double Forge Prophet. We're going to see how we do here. So I appreciate all the support. We've just had some insane contributions the last few streams. Big shout outs to Mountain Drew, Alex Robinson, some of the largest contributors. You guys are just really generous. I just want to say thank you again for all the gifted memberships and the gifted subscribers. Big shout out to you guys. I do this for y'all. So Anders RB Brute is often considered the best leader combo in the game, so we've got that going for us. But you know, it all just depends on how you play it out. It's not impossible to lose, and it's not just a guaranteed victory every time. This is bad money here, and you can tell that on 14 if you look at the player who spawns in the center. If their supplies are behind their base, then it's going to be the bad money spawn. So you know you're going to have less crates to pick up. You may want to plan your build accordingly by possibly going for some extra supply pads before you do too much of everything. I wanted to get a fast base as my plan here, because the Forge players and the other team, they don't care about money. They got a blank check. Got those heavy supply pads. They don't give a rip.
Covenant or UNSC? I like Covenant. I like Covenant better.
Trek is on his way. Trek is the Brute player, and you can see he's on his way to... He's heading over to
going fast tanks.
the blue player.
Yet, or he's going a little later gunner.
Trying to call out what Mr. Pig might be up to there. Shrek's going to be walking around. It's kind of hard to push a Prophet when you are the Brute, because of those honor guards that the Prophet gets. It's very easy to counter a Brute rush. So Shrek's just going to waste some time. Our red player, Shorzy, he's clearing some bases out there, which that's really not what you want to be doing. You want to be going up on offense. But what can you do, right? Who am I to judge? Who am I to tell someone what they can and can't do? This is, well, where I live, it's America, so you can do what you want within reason. And look at that build. I know Shrek is loving that build. He's clicking that base. He's like, wow, that's a great build. He was so excited he had to click that base 4 or 5 times. When in reality, that is, you know, sarcasm aside, that is a terrible build. You never want to put a shield on a keep unless it's... Honestly, I don't even know if there's an unless for that situation. Yeah, shield on a keep, that's just... You're just so poor. And you just can't do it. You'll see there, I'm going to be queuing up a Warthog and actually locking it inside my base. By doing that, a carpet bomb will not be able to kill the base immediately. The locked Warthog is going to give it a little more health.
Get that?
You can see people are in the chat on the bottom left. They're telling me to kick red next game. Shout out Sunny Black. So yeah, the reason I keep that Warthog locked in there is because if they try to drop a carpet bomb or a Mac blast, it's actually going to have a little more health, and it can make a difference. It's also faster than building a supply pad, which also gives health to the base, so more you know. It's the little things that make the biggest difference. I'm just going to keep that guy locked in the base until we get something, and then we've got a engagement there. There's Mr. Pig's hogs. I'm parking up right way down the alley because I don't want anybody to be able to sneak up to my expo. I've got Shrek is kind of down there guarding it too. And you'll notice I took the base on the far left side. You might be asking, why didn't you buy the base that is closer to my base, right? Well, you see, the Arbiter is a very powerful defense. So if my base gets attacked, my Arbiter ally can recall to his base. And then he can quickly run down there and try and defend it.
Local units. All units.
Shrek is pushing up with me here. He's going to take that wall. Kind of run his way on through there.
Supply pad upgraded.
Throwing up a vehicle depot. We've got a Prophet coming in here.
All units.
Gonna get a little bit of damage off on him. I don't want to lose too much, so I'm gonna try to just be safe, be careful. Shrek's gonna let me back through.
Complete. All units.
And Yellow Warhawk's pushing in here. Well, this is exactly what we want. Looks like Mr. Pig has Grenadier. You can see my Arbiter player just recalled. He's going to be running down the ramp.
Enemy engagement.
Very interesting heal there in front of the Arbiter's base. Not,
Oh no, mommy's
not
rude.
sure if
Supply pad complete.
I'm not sure what the thought process was there, but there goes all of
All units.
Mr. Pig's
All
hog.
units. All
Prophet of
units.
45's got himself another base already, so that's not good. We got to go stop that.
Fortress upgrade complete.
You might be wondering what I'm sipping on this morning here. Well, it's morning for me. May not be for you, wherever you are. But I've got a very cool, refreshing, fresh out of the fridge bottle of dihydrogen monoxide. Very long time supporter of the channel. Really helped put my kids through college. And yeah, just big shout out to them. The world's leader in hydration. Found at most local superstores, supermarkets, convenience stores. Get yourself a bottle a day. Dihydrogen monoxide.
Local units.
We were able to push up there and take that
Never
take
mind,
that
I thought
expo
was
out.
enough.
So things are actually looking pretty good. I've got my base online. Shrek's on the other side of the map. Arbiter players on the other side of the map.
All units.
Got blue Warthogs there. And look at Red. Red's got a 1-star Arbiter as well.
Local units.
So you gotta love that, right? He's got a shield. He's not worried about being pushed, anything like that.
All
So I'm
units.
thinking, all right. Cheerio, lad. Let's push on forward for God, King, and country. We've got a canny down tech from Prophet of 45. He's got double depot running. Shrek's going to have some Banshee numbers out, and he's going to be able to start harassing that vehicle depot.
All units.
Very nice there. I'm going to push back just a little bit because that Prophet, I only had one tank. And a Prophet is really going to... A Prophet can take out a tank, no problem,
Fortress upgrade
with the beam.
All
Arbiter
units.
player is
Canister
over
shell.
there behind Mr. Pig's base. I just got canister shell proc. I'm going for a very fast power turret this game. We are Professor Anders. All of our upgrades are half price, and they also are 25% faster upgrading. So it's the big discount. Still have those Warthogs back there. They
Complete.
kind of lost their purpose for this point. I could be using them to clear those bases in the corner.
Local units.
No really point for them to just be idling and sitting there. Like, I could have them doing something, scouting, putting them in a different position.
Local units.
Always fun to kind of watch my games back and You can always pick up little things here and there, little details that you could have been doing better.
Local units. Supply pad complete.
Direct sending his vampire over there. Even the odds a little bit. He's going to let them have that one.
All units.
Banshee's on my base over in the
All
corner.
units.
Got power turret on the way.
Power turret research.
I also upgraded my Wolverines, you may notice. And that is simply just because I feel we'll need them. Keep the air lead. Very nice catch there from red player there,
Supply pad
Dorsey.
upgraded.
Our team does have double vampires against one covenant,
All units.
but we do need to get the air lead back here.
All units.
Direct sending in a few more of his vampires.
Local units. Local units.
Take on the hordes. Gonna get chain amplifier researching,
Local units.
and I'm gonna do a down tech. So a down tech, if you're not familiar, is, well, I just upgraded my Tech 4 upgrade. I really don't need my Tech 4 reactor for anything else, so I'm gonna just sell the reactor now and get a refund back.
Local units.
You'll get, if you sell your fourth reactor, you'll get a 500 refund. So
Supply pad.
very nice.
Local
See blue
units.
pushing up there. They're pushing up that side. I see yellow hogs as well. They're in the center here.
Chain amplifier
So
research.
now the fight is on. D-bomb coming in on our arbiter. But I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be able to free him out of this.
Supply pad upgraded.
So that's actually really huge that they weren't able to secure that. Gonna keep him alive for later engagements. They're pushing right up to Shrek's base. I think this is Shrek. Yeah, Shrek's base here because he is unshielded, which that's not a bad thing necessarily, because we can hold this off pretty well.
Units.
Gonna have chain amp also, and we're gonna start to see power of these gremlins. Gremlins are just so strong.
All units. All units. All units.
And they're pushing in their air forces as well. Our red player has got some engineers too, so he's going to be able to heal that base up.
Local
Very nice, very nice. Also, I wanted to address something as well. In when I typically stream, I try my best to concentrate very well and devote myself to my team. So sometimes I will get quiet for a while when I am streaming these games and they're pretty intense. And it's just a little too hard for me to read chat as well while I'm focusing in on strategizing, planning, that sort of thing. So I try to read chat. You know, if there's a down moment and we're waiting, or possibly after the game. So don't take that personally or anything if I maybe missed a message from you.
Vehicle depot complete. All units. All units.
I'm closing in on full population.
Base under attack.
I have got a field armory online, and
All
you're
units.
probably asking, why did you get reserves first when your army's full? Wouldn't you want more army and get reinforcements?
All units.
Well, here's the thought process with that. Okay,
All units.
in a
Reserves
normal,
researched.
typical game
All
with
units.
higher, more advanced players,
Turret complete.
if you're at full pop,
All units.
if you're not fighting, attacking,
All
there's
units.
usually something else going on. It's very rare that you will be at full population. You're often constantly rebuilding forces that are slain. So having the reserves is nice because you can get those forces back in the fight faster. Which is that's what we want. If I was at 40 out of 30, or excuse me, if I had 40 population right now, but I only had 20 units, reserves would never, or excuse me, reinforcements would never serve me a purpose. But I did queue it up eventually, but that's typically why you want to go for reserves first versus the reinforcement. We had Yellow Hog sneak past. I am on the complete other side of the map. So this is actually really not good. I have nothing here to defend. We're going to be pushing this base here. Arbiter player has recall and he's going back. Try and help me out. This was a mistake for me here. I should have left a few things back at home to defend. But we did take out 2 bases so far. And blue is losing a lot of his stuff here. The Arbiter player is at my base defending it. You can see that. He's raging. I think he might have 2 stars now. I can't tell. We're going to be pushing up to Mr. Pig's base here. So I'm starting to rally my reinforcement tanks back. The ones that are fresh built, to try and defend this. I'm putting up a few turrets as well, just in case I try to defend a little easier. That tank, that's unfortunate, but that's about to die. Still making some turrets. I've got rail guns on them. There's a lot of wheat warthogs there. Blue has got power turret down here. I'm going to try to push in over here and fight this off. Use those gremlins to stun. Can stun quite a bit of units. Engineers are still coming in. He's going to drop a carpet bomb. This base is really tanky with those engineers on it, and he still hasn't killed a lot of buildings off of it, so a little difficult to finish it off. But by that time, I think his Arbiter either healed or it had rebuilt. So he's running his Arbiter back across. And here we are, trying to save this base, and he gets that engineer on it. Let's go. At the 11th hour.
Let's go with the engineer. That's so clutch, dude. So clutch.
That is quite possibly the reason that base survived. And look at that. We clear his base, keep ours alive by just a fraction of a health point. And that's a huge, that is a massive victory right there.
Huge play by Red there, dude. Huge play.
I am very, very pleased with that.
Supply pad complete.
At the same time, though, we don't really have much of anything left. So
All units.
there's that. Shrek has built a base on the other side of the map. It will be destroyed.
All units. All units. All units. All units. All units.
Well, I realize we're going to need a little more anti-air in order to help with this, get this lead back here. I get a stun off on these tanks.
All units.
I feel like this is a little bit of an over-engagement by myself. I should probably pull back a little bit, but let's see how it turns out.
All units. All units.
The blue player, Mountain Drew, has Stasis Bomb, if you haven't noticed, which that is just,
All units.
that is absolutely terrifying. I know that my teammates are nowhere near that.
All units.
Stasis Bomb is the final upgrade for the vampires, or the tier 3 upgrade.
All units.
So it's very strong. I do have some Wolverines to help with that.
All units.
I just did an all-unit stun there, which is awful.
All units.
That's basically when you press Y with all of the gremlins at the same time,
All
it
units.
basically burns all of their stuns.
All units.
So you wanna try to click on them one by one rather than doing an all-unit stun. Unless you don't have chain amplifier upgrade.
Local units.
My God, can you get...
Local units.
Guys, I need you to keep some units alive, please.
Yeah, we desperately need to get the air lead back.
All units. All units.
There we go. See, now I'm selecting them one by one, making the best use possible of the chain amp.
All units.
Correct. Clicking on the Arbiter to get in the fight. The Arbiter's, I don't know what the Arbiter's doing.
All units.
This is not looking very good, though.
Local units. Local units.
Air lead is pretty much gone. It's
Local
really
units.
just myself and this Arbiter
Units. Local
in between those two massive armies. Well, three, considering the air.
Local units. Local units.
Gonna help the Arbiter with some stuns here. Got a D-bomb dropping down.
Local units. Local units. Local units.
I'm gonna just back off a
Local
little bit.
units.
Poke in, prod, try to help the Arbiter get out of
Yeah,
that
we don't have
situation.
like any air lead at all. This is so
Local
bad.
units.
Yeah, reality is setting in.
Local units.
I
Local
gotta pull
units.
us back a little bit. Just regroup. We gotta get everything back up top.
Local units.
Another thing I just realized,
Local units.
my main base, I hadn't re-upgraded those supply pads, and that's actually,
Local units.
that's hurting me quite a bit.
Local units. Local units. All units. Local units. Local units.
They're pushing my expansion right now. I've got the 2 turrets in the back here.
Local units.
That's gonna help out a little bit. Gonna push everything down this ramp here. I'm building turrets on the opposite side as well, just in case they do a swing around attack. Got the gremlins in there and just gonna start stunning things, buying time.
Local units.
Just that's the beauty of Anders right there. Why she's often considered the best is these gremlin stuns. It's just very, very easy to keep things locked down,
Local units.
keep things held in place, while the rest of your forces can clean them up.
Local units.
So I'm just backing up, just trying to be safe. Don't want
Local units.
to rush everything in there, because if I do, I know that I will lose
Local units.
my units, because they're also very weak gremlins.
Local units. All units.
Got the Arbiter there too. Arbiter's been putting in some work as well. Shrek's getting his vampire numbers up. That's
Local
great.
units. Turret
Oh,
complete.
that's good.
And I see this, I say, oh, yep, perfect.
All units.
That's basically 4 free tanks right there. Nothing left to support him, and he went back in for a little poke,
Local units.
and the gremlins are going to punish that nicely. And I
Now I can build some tanks.
Vehicle depot
see
complete.
all those unupgraded pads I should have had upgraded long ago. That's like 4
All
unupgraded.
units.
I'm starting to now, thankfully.
Turret improved.
Shrek's buying himself another base, very nice, and we're trying to signal to the red player to buy a base
All
as well.
units. Supply pad upgraded. Local units. Local units. Local units.
I'm going to take more of a central map control here.
All units. All units. All units. All units.
Drek setting his vampires in first. See what's going on over here. Got a little
Supply pad upgrade.
tank hanging out there.
Local units. All units.
Come the hog. Drop some stuns here.
All units. Local units.
May have pushed in a little too quickly here, too hastily.
All units. All units.
Arbiter's going to be with us.
All units.
They do have quite a bit of amps still. Drek's got a shield up, that's nice.
Yeah, he's on stasis bomb. We gotta get these vamps upgraded because like we need the air lead so badly right now. Like it's crazy.
We do. We really do. Stasis bomb, they've had it for quite a while now. No joke. Don't fuck
He's on
with stasis
tech
bomb.
3.
All units. All units.
Red's got his base as well.
All
Drek
units.
shielding up, nice, nice.
All units.
Good idea to shield up a little bit later into the game, just because they just do so much damage, those tanks and hogs. Buy yourself a little extra base time.
All units. All units.
Gonna drop a fat heal in the center.
All
Red has a haul, and he didn't shield that base. Honestly, you gotta shield the base. Really, as your first building, in my opinion. There's no reason not to.
enemy engagement.
It's so much strength
All units.
for only 200 resources.
All
It's
units.
really, if you're buying an Expo's Covenant, unless it's the very early stages of the game, shield should be your first building 9 out of 10 times. Unless you really feel like you're not going to be able to, they're not going to be able to push in. Drek's got that wall over there, which is nice, and
Stasis him.
we got
good, that's very
we got a very nice catch over here.
All
We got yellow forces sneaking around. They're sneaking right past my base and Shrek's base.
All units.
And they're running right over to
All
red.
units.
I'm thinking they're actually coming to my base.
Local units.
So we took care of those vamps, but they're all down in front of red's base. It's completely out of
Yeah,
position.
that base is dead, dude. They snuck right through us.
Turret improved.
Very sneaky play. Actually, really good play there
Local units.
from Mr. P. Sneaking right on through. I'm gonna have to just try to get my troops in the fight as fast as I can. Thankfully, red does have another base.
Local units.
That's awful. It's actually awful for us
Local units.
to lose a base like that. Red is still charging away with that Arbiter. I'm gonna give him a click,
Local units.
but I think he does die finally. I think the Arbiter is dead.
Local units. All units. Local units. All units.
But we pretty much cleaned up the whole
All units.
army there. Red's gonna buy that base back, so that's nice. Gonna send my tanks down. I'm gonna send my red player a few supply clicks as well, just to get him back in the game here. My army is really scary right now. So they're trying to clip red out of the game here.
All units.
Red really needs to Hang on for dear life. So they're going to kill all of Red's bases. And Red's going to have to rebuild from the ashes here.
Enemy engagement.
But thankfully, I am full population. Well, for the most part. We're going to catch a lot of these pig hogs trying to run around.
All units.
I got to get in there and help this now. I got to get over there and help with the vampires. I'm sending the red players some more money. We're going to cut off the blue. And now you really start to see just how strong Anders is. Can pretty much just solo the vehicle armies by herself.
All units.
Once you get that gremlin critical mass.
All units.
I'm building some more wolves as well, because there's still a lot of vampires out.
Units.
But these power turret tanks are going to be able to shoot these down. They just have too much health to really be destroyed by the vampires. So I'm just gonna keep sending him some money. Gonna start splitting some of my units up. Send the gremlins over to the right there. Gonna be able to take that base down. Red player's got a shield up on his base now. He's got his arbiter back, so that's awesome.
Local units.
Profit right there. Got blue tanks coming in as well. A blue base there. Gonna just push forward on this.
All units.
Blue's starting to build banshees now. Trying to help out with some of the gremlins.
All units.
That's actually nice because
All units.
that just leaves our vampires open season, and Shrek's got a beautiful stasis bomb upgrade now. Carpet bomb coming down, not going to do too much damage, just level 1.
All units.
Drop his cryo bomb. So not only does Anders have
Enemy
half price
engagement.
upgrades, gremlins,
All units.
also 25% faster researching. He's got the cryo bomb, which is arguably one of the best leader powers because it can freeze and stun units in place.
Oh man, dude, I can't with these walls, dude. Oh, unfortunate.
I'm a little frustrated with the
I can't
walls.
push, I can't
Local
do
units.
anything, bro. It's just like we can't let these Goski get past this, man.
Local units.
I'm just, yeah, frustrated with. Unfortunately, we just need to
Local
have a rock solid defense. If you're on what I call forever defense, you're just gonna get whittled down eventually, over and over and over again. You'll eventually start clearing your bases out. But we've got a nice stun here. Gonna stun those groups of hogs. We got the arbiter coming in too. I'm gonna split these units now and send some of these on the aggressive.
Local units.
Let's go.
And we actually managed to save it.
Vehicle.
Base was almost dead,
Local units.
and for a second time I have cheated death. This is gonna be a free pick off here.
Local
He sends
units.
about 5 tanks in,
Local units.
all by their lonesome.
Local units.
Not gonna be anything good for them.
Local units. Local units. Local units. Local units. Vehicle depot.
I'm gonna just
complete.
individually stun those as well.
All units.
I'm gonna throw up a field armory too, to use some of this extra cash I've got.
All units.
Got about 8 gremlins, seems to be the sweet spot.
All units.
Need a few more tanks here.
All units.
Can we keep the air lead this time?
All units.
Please, for the love of God.
Oh yeah, we're feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Field armory complete.
Gonna upgrade my turrets.
All units.
Upgraded turrets are actually pretty strong against Gauss. They can take out quite a bit of them.
All units.
Another carpet bomb.
Local units.
That one hurt a little more.
Local units. Local units.
We are still slogging away here at this.
Turret complete. Local units.
Another stun.
Local units.
I'm gonna try and stun the ones that are closest together.
Turret upgrade.
That's a good thing to do, is spread your units out when you're playing against gremlins. Best you can, because the closer they are, the more likely they'll get stunned with a chain amp.
Local units.
Trekk's got the walls there, that's awesome.
Local units.
We've got more Mr. Pig Warthogs pushing in. Trekk's walking some brood squads over
Local
to
units.
the laser walls, as you can see.
Local units. Local units. Enemy engagement. Local units. Turret upgrade.
We've got some fat turret defense over here. Look at them put in some work.
Oh, you like those turrets, Mr. Pig? Big turrets.
Gonna definitely help with the defense.
Local units. Local units.
Yeah, you really can't push that base there with hogs with that amount of turrets on it.
Enemy engagement. Local
And Anders just gets those upgrades so cheap. It's just,
local units.
I want to say the medium upgrade is like 250, and then
Local units.
the large one is 500, something like that.
All units. Local units. Local units.
I'm thinking about a cryo upgrade, but I was like, nah, just get some more money.
No, Shrek, no. What are you doing?
Wonderful unit rally there from Mr. Strecker. Gonna get lots of his shit and stay.
We can't do it. We can't keep it. We can't keep the air leak.
All units. All units.
Interesting play.
Units.
We
Supply
still,
pack.
crazy enough, have not cleared that base in the bottom right. That is kind of wild.
All units.
So it's just a back and forth slug match this whole game.
All units.
Trek is taking those walls, which is going to help us with vision, help us see when Mr. Pig is pushing through. Look at that Halo Wars shirt.
All units.
Shout out eBay.
All units.
I'm transitioning out
All
of
units.
Wolverines at this point.
We might not actually might have enough for that. There's not enough vamps, I don't think.
All units.
I'm gonna wait a second.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for Trek to get his vampire numbers up. We just really need that before we can make any sort of attack.
No need to push right now.
All units.
I'm just trying to be as calm and collected as possible.
All units.
I'm gonna do up a barracks to build some Spartans. I'm really maxed out at this point.
All units. All units.
Got a devious little scheme here.
All
I'm gonna
units.
push the Covenant player's base, because I notice it is unshielded.
All units. All units. Local units.
I'm gonna get a nice catch here. Clean up quite a few hogs.
Local units.
They're going to get pushed back, but they're not going to be able to stop me. There's going to be no resistance here.
All units.
I'm going to aim right at the center of the base. Accidentally milled a flamethrower there. Whoops.
Local units.
Warthogs are coming back. Yellow warthogs are pushing through.
Local units. Local
That's huge. Going to take that out. I see they're starting to counterattack, so I'm going to send these troops home. Because there's really no defense at home right now.
Local units.
And I'm not confident with us being able to base race this. So I want to come back and just try to secure a lead rather than try and just fight them all by myself. The Shrek and Shorzy really can't fight these two armies by themselves. They need my help.
Local units.
Got my Spartans in there.
Local units. Local units. Local units. Enemy engagement.
Blue's pushing up here. Dropping a cryo on that. That's quite a bit of stuff, actually. Gonna send more back to help with the push that's about to happen on my base. Make sure that these all have rail guns on them.
Local units. Local units. Local units. Base under attack.
Blue is sort of pushing into the middle. I think he's trying to avoid my turrets. I'm gonna Pelican back upwards. So, gotta remember that Blue is also not on a base right now.
Research.
Or he just lost his only base. If he's got another one, I don't know.
Local units.
Full surround, baby. You're not going
Yeah.
anywhere.
He's
My
locked in.
side of the map, buddy.
Local units.
You're not going nowhere. Yeah.
Local units.
Yeah, I believe if I would have just kept pushing and destroying Blue and Yellow's bases, I don't know how well we would have done.
Complete. Local units.
So Yellow's attacking Red right now. Gonna push him out of there. Shrek also loses his expansion, so another massive slugfest, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Local units.
Shrek, however, does have his vamp army still.
Local units.
I'm gonna send these guys back through the teleporter again
Local units.
and just
Local units.
start pressing outwards.
Local units. Local units.
Oh, look at Annie in the background. Is she gonna jump
Local units. Local units.
by the lava lamp? Maybe.
Local units.
I don't know. She's thinking about it.
Ready to make some banshees? Help me clear these bases out?
Yeah, Banshee's
Local
good idea at this point. Now that we have the air lead secured.
Local units. Local units.
Still able to make an impressive amount of hogs. You feel like you cut off the head and two more take its place, like a
Local units.
I don't know what you call it, like a hydra.
Local units.
They just multiply like a rabbit. Mr. No Hog Micro Peak.
All units. All units. All units.
Blue definitely has the base back, but it's okay. We're not too concerned about that right now.
All units.
Just targeting the ground forces together.
All units. All units.
Need a few more gremlins in the mix.
All units.
We're gonna press on.
All units. All units. All units. All units.
very nice stun here. Gonna hit these hogs. Another stun any second.
All units.
And a third stun. Gonna lock everything down.
All units. All units.
More banshees coming in. That's actually really nice. Be able to help me clean these up. Gonna be getting stasis locked down. Accidentally built a cobra, it seems. Whoops. But yeah, you can just see now, this is why Anders is so strong.
Mister, only build one unit, pig.
All units.
Senor Pig. This was the last time he ever showed his face on Halo Wars. He refused to build another unit other than the hog.
All units. All units. Local units. Local.
Gonna start pushing in here, baby.
Local
We'll go for the
units.
killing blow.
Enemy engagement. Local units.
Big stun. No one's getting through this iron curtain, baby.
Local units. Local units. Local units.
Mister, only build hogs, pig.
GG. Very well played by everybody.
The master microer. All you need is Anders, baby.
What a fun game. What a very fun game.
GG though, that was a good game. No, you guys were so close to killing my bases like 3 times.
Yeah, my
Best
bases
match
had
in a
plot armor.
long time.
Very well done. I want to give special shout outs to Mountain Drew for having a very solid time with controlling the air. I felt like we just had no pressure in the air for a while, but
GG guys.
Drek pulled it back, grabbing the walls. Shorzy with the pretty good arbiter play too.
That's also, yeah, well, let's go, Deck. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate y'all.
5 minutes, like I had to look away, like
I'm gonna skip to the end here
my blood sugar
and
got
show
low.
you Mr. 325 Hog. Just say that number to him. Just if you talk to Mr. Pig, just say
Holy smokes! I got,
Three-
you guys
325
like those large
hogs.
turrets? They couldn't do those hogs pulled up.
He'll
and
know
they lost.
exactly what you
Oh,
mean.
Shit! Get me out of here.
Well, thanks again, everybody. I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and thanks for always helping out the channel and supporting. We just hit 12,000 subscribers, which is a massive milestone, and I really appreciate you guys for making that happen. So, take care, and
59 gremlins,
see you later.
49
Peace.
scorpions, 94 vampires from Shrek.
Mr. Pig, 324 hogs, 1 cyclops. Oh my god, dude. Lost 325. Holy shit. Oh man. Vampire.